Okay, so speaking of being, not being a equal branch of government, here's Mike Johnson. I saw this today.
Me, I'm a fierce advocate and defender of Article 1. I mean, look, we are the legislative branch. There's a reason.
So the reporter asked them, I cut it out because it was too low. You can't even hear it. And saying something about, what is this? You're just doing everything that the president wants? What about the checks and balances?
You know me, I'm a fierce advocate and defender of Article 1. I mean, look, we are the legislative branch. There's a reason the Founding Fathers put the Congress, the legislative branch, as the first article in the Constitution, and we're going to vigorously defend that. But what's happening right now, I think there's a gross overreaction in the media to what is happening.
The
executive branch of government in our
giggle. It's a gross overreaction to the complete dismantling of the American experiment. Don't overreact. Don't believe your beautiful eyes or your very big a brain when you see what the hell is going on. He's a fierce advocate of Article 1, which, of course, stands in stark contrast to his actions as Speaker. So, but that's the Republican way. Don't judge me on what I do. Just judge me on what I say. Isn't that the truth with Republicans? Don't worry about, the pesky things I do. Pisha. Don't pay attention. It's the things I say I do, like promises made, promises kept. Like on day one, we're going to lower the cost of living here in America, right? We're going to lower the price of eggs. Don't you worry. Help is on the way. What are eggs now? $19 a dozen? $18? Absolutely. What does he got? Any plans for that? Any plans for lowering the price of eggs? Besides not telling the American people that there's a bird flu epidemic? Anyway, back to Mike Johnson.
Has the right to evaluate how executive branch agencies are operating.
Is that
and
what
to
he's
ensure
doing?
That not only the intent of Congress funding mechanisms, but
that's it. There's a co-equal branch, and you're a fierce advocate of Article 1, but it's cool. The president has the absolute right to make sure that Congress is doing its job effectively. And like it said, it's sort of like, he's our daddy and we're his baby. We're just babies with no power. And we don't want to piss daddy off because he'll give us a spanking.
These are operating. And to ensure that not only the intent of Congress in funding mechanisms, but also...
So he's going to be the judge on the intent of Congress. He's the judge, except that Congress is what's the world's greatest deliberative body? Or that's the Senate. But Congress holds the purse strings, speech and debate. You're supposed to debate things, come together. The branch, the body closest to the American people, supposed to have these fierce debates, and then you decide the funding. You come to a compromise like adults do. But then daddy has to come in and make sure you did it right? And he's not making sure anything is functioning. What he's doing is illegal. He's stopping things from functioning. How dare you excuse that effing con man and the unelected billionaire from South Africa? How dare you excuse them for trying to fire millions of Americans? How dare he? That in itself is in stark contrast, spits in the face of Article 1 that you're a fierce advocate for? Oh my God. Is that what you tell yourself, or what you think we're stupid enough to believe? Because we know that Johnson, as Speaker, he just looks like everything he's doing is, it's just an assault on the co-equal branches, on the power of Congress. Hold on. Guess who's here? The producer. Come in. Get up here. Get up here. Oh no. All right, producer. Calm down. Calm down. Let's see. It's hard to see him. Let's see if I can move the camera down a little. Oh no, it doesn't go anymore. Look at my hair. Holy shit. So, all right.
And you know me, I'm a fierce advocate and defender of Article 1. I mean, we are the legislative branch. There's a reason the Founding Fathers put the Congress, the legislative branch, as the first article in the Constitution, and we're going to vigorously defend that. But what's happening right now, I think there's a gross overreaction in the media to what is happening. The executive branch of government in our system has the right to evaluate how executive branch agencies are operating, and to ensure that not only the intent of Congress in funding mechanisms, but also the stewardship of precious American taxpayer dollars is being handled well. That's what they're doing by putting a pause on some of these agencies.
Really?
And by
that's what they're doing because you're not an adult? You've completely abdicated your role and you're... That's what they're doing. That's what they're doing. They're making sure the precious funds are being spent properly. Precious American taxpayer funds are being spent properly. But you, because you're too stupid to do that, even though that's your job. That's literally your job. So you have completely abdicated your job to a tax cheating, draft dodging, dictator, envying con man, convicted felon. You want the convicted felon to do an audit of your job and look over the funding that you've allocated with the world's most deliberative body, closest to the people. Jesus Christ. And nobody laughed when he said that, which is really outrageous.
By doing these internal audits, that is a long overdue, much welcome development. That's what
it's welcome. It's so welcome that there are on Wednesday there were protests in 50 state capitals. So welcome that planes are falling out of the sky. That, you know what happens? This is another thing I've been thinking about. That then we know that suicide rates go up under conservative government, and that's what they're doing. What do you think they're doing? What do you think is going to happen to our fellow Americans? Losing their jobs, being constantly under assault by these maggots who hate them. Why do you hate your fellow Americans so much?